Detroit to San Francisco to celebrate my friend Shad's birthday. We are going to have a good time in this vlog. We are going to first start off at brunch, and then I'm going to take you along for a wine tasting in Napa Valley. And we are going to be sommeliers for the day. We're going to be very cultured, very demure, very psych. Just join us as we eat this good food and have a good time. If you are coming to Napa, I highly recommend you check out Celadon because the service was top tier and the food was delicious. I love coming to Napa. This is probably like my 6th or 7th time coming to wine country. And Napa has over 400 or just about 400 wineries, y'all, if you didn't know. And most of them are family owned. And a few years ago when we were in Napa, we checked out the Housley tasting room, and that was, oh my goodness. Tia and Tamara Daddy, he was so cool. Now, I will get back to, the birthday celebration, but if you are thinking about checking out Napa, if you love wine, you should really add it to your list of places to visit. Now, this banana French toast, oh, okay, it was so good. Like, French toast is my thing. Of course, you gotta know you got to do a birthday toast. But everybody's food was delicious. Now, I love me a good corned beef hash. Look at this corned beef. I said, what? But that wedge, listen, the wedge salad, everything was good. You gotta do a good little photo shoot when you're out. You're being cute.
Oh, the food was simply amazing. Ambiance is amazing. This has been a wonderful experience, and happy birthday to my baby.
Aww. A rainy, gloomy day, but we're gonna make this work. It will be so beautiful. It wasn't. Oh man, my boots and this stuff. Oh man, this rain.
Is it today?
Michigan, Arizona.
Whereabouts in Michigan?
Detroit.
Proper? Detroit proper? I grew up in Ohio, in Youngstown.
Okay.
So I spent lots of time there. Yeah. And Miss Greektown, is the Pegasus still there in Greektown?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh.
Yes. Our host was so down to earth, and this is a list of the wines that we are tasting. Now, this is mostly going to be a red wine tasting. Let me know what your preference is. Are you a white or a red person? This spread paired perfectly with the tasting of the wine. This is the only wine that we actually tasted that was white. So let's learn some things about the wine family.
Oh, it's different than Sauvignon.
Yes, it is. This does have a splash of Sauvignon Blanc, but I will tell you, I would say probably 7 out of 10 times when I say Semillon, people are like, wait, what is Semillon? Because it's not as common. It grows beautifully here, but everyone knows what Sauvignon Blanc is. Well, the joy of here, we only do a couple hundred cases of each wine. So you get to color outside the lines, right? If you're doing 10,000 cases of something, you need to be a little safer, right?
Yeah.
When you're only doing a couple hundred, you get to do these beautiful things that are different in the valley. That style. All the wines you're going to have, particular one. Are we familiar with Napa Valley proper? So temperature change when the grapes are growing. But down in the south, they're going to be a little bit more lemongrass, citrusy kind of characteristic. As you're moving north, you're getting more tropical fruit. That honeysuckle in there, cooked pineapple, which is the style I like for all of these. And Semillon, why I get so excited. I love food and wine. That is my passion. I did finance for my career. And I don't mind a cubicle by any means. And this is my homework. So I am perfectly happy. Never bothers me.
Finance to Napa.
Yep.
I like it.
But Semillon though, because you tasted it. And it is goat cheese. But it's aged with ash. That's not blue. That's not mold like in a blue cheese. And what the ash does, it's vegetable ash, by the way. We didn't pick it up in 2020. No carcinogens there. What it does is it pulls the acidity from the cheese So see how the edge is really creamy? So it's kind of like goat cheese and brie had a fling when this happened. The little, well, let me just tell you, it's called Cleveland Smoked Caviar. No fish roe. It is mustard seeds that are smoked for a few days.
This is the caviar?
No,
This is mustard seeds.
Oh, okay, the mustard seed. Okay.
So that, and then it is pickled in a tomato vinegar.
Oh,
Yeah, it is. You have had a chance to try it. You can see how good I am at that.
Only type of Behringer.
Behringer Private Reserve Chardonnay.
Is that the only type of Chardonnay you would drink?
No, but it is
Because
one
I hate
that
it.
you'll be able to find in a wine shop.
Okay.
Because it is distributed.
I don't like any Chardonnay.
Beautifully. Neither do I. And this one is very nice, but it depends on what you're eating with it.
Okay.
Do you do deviled eggs?
Not really.
Okay.
We like deviled eggs.
Okay, deviled eggs. And then I put a little bit of sushi grade ahi tuna on top
Sounds good.
with a little sprinkle of pink Himalayan sea salt.
That sounds good.
Okay.
And with that is very good.
But what's sweet? Like I like sweet.
I don't have any sweet ones. Okay. But I will tell you, keep an open mind. And if you would like a Quitter's cup, I'm happy to give you one to dump your wine. Well, I hate your dump bucket or dump cup. That sounds yeah, there you go. I love that. We have all dry wines,
Okay.
but you will see the wines that are on this experience that we have are a little bit different than most wines in the Napa Valley in that they're a little more old world, if you will. So they're velvety, they're big, they're full bodied, they are dry. And it always amazes me because I would say it's a 50-50 shot. I have a lot of people who only like sweet and they're like, oh, wait a minute, I really like this. And I'm like, okay, so you like sweet or you like expensive? One of the two, right?
Oh, the pour.
She said that was cheddar,
Rather than try to.
I do have a question about the type of glass because until recently I didn't realize it was a difference between a glass for white wine and red wine.
Yes.
And is it true like the red wine closes more at the top because it I don't know what's the difference between the bigger one? Yeah, the rule. Yeah.
It is a huge difference. Here is the rule though. If you are going to choose due to lack of cupboard space between one or the other, go red.
Red.
Because to drink a white wine out of a red wine glass, perfectly fine. Drink a red wine out of a white wine glass, not so good. So may I borrow yours?
Yes.
Okay. When, first of all, especially, well, with any wine, but especially with a big, full-bodied, you always want to volatilize, right?
Okay.
So you've got enough space in there to do that, number one. Number two, and these glasses are a little bit different. They are 900 milliliters.
That's a big glass.
Yes,
this
a
is
bottle
why I
of
like
wine
it.
is 750 milliliters. There you go.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Okay, here's the thing.
I was wondering, I'm like, this glass is huge. But red wine glasses are usually bigger. So I have red wine glasses versus white, but I drink white. But I'm like, I just like it because it's bigger.
Yeah, absolutely. But do you know what the joy of these are? Your doctor says one glass of wine a day. You're like, easy.
This is the glass. I saw these. I was like, this glass is huge when we walked up. I'm like, we about to do some real tasting. So
You're also going to have a lot more surface space because the glass is bigger, the bowl.
yeah.
And then as it comes up, number one, when you get oxygen in there. So what
Volatilizing.
I compare it to is when you have a wine that doesn't have any oxygen in it, it's kind of like a grade school dance. Remember, boys on one side.
Like white wines because of like I taste the fruit more and I like grapefruit or have aroma of like peach or pear and that's why I'm like, oh, I can smell it or taste it. But with red wine, I'm like, what am I smelling? Berries. I do smell a little berries now.
Well, and that's why I try to keep my mouth shut at first. But yeah.
you can.
So when you're smelling wines, anything you smell that is reminiscent of fruit, be it that pineapple or peach or cherry, that is from the grape itself.
Okay.
Anything you smell that is more of a spice, that is from the. So that this is called Estate 5 because the original, and if you look at your menu right here, down on the bottom of the first page, you see the blend. Bordeaux, beautiful wine country. They're noble grapes.
What do you smell or taste more in this
So that's
one?
the cage.
I definitely smell. It's more woodsy, so I smell like almost like an oak. So I wonder if I get like that barrel is what I'm smelling.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
not really. I don't smell any
Do me a
notes of
favor,
any,
have a
like,
dried
plum.
cherry. And
I
then
just
taste
actually
it.
did. I just
Did you
did.
taste it? Yet?
Let me
Make it
just, I
sweeter
just
or
haven't.
salty. If I drink that and then eat that.
Well, because it pulls out the fruit. Sit down here. No, I don't want to get it on your
So which wine is this?
This will be the 2021 Malbec.
No, no, I'm not a big.
I think I like Malbec. I think I do. I can't. What is the alcohol percentage? Is the alcohol percentage in red wines generally higher than white wines, or does it just depend?
Depends on a brand.
It does depend. Generally, yes. All things considered, but a Moscato, a Sauterne, a dessert wine, it's going to be fortified.
Okay.
So then you're getting up like 18%.
Hey,
So,
that's what I'm talking about.
This is 14.9.
Oh,
And that's the other thing is Rudy doesn't do super high alcohol volumes. Now,
14.9 is high.
if you're comparing to French wines, yes, much higher. But Napa wines, they're usually more 15.3.
Are there any port wines in Napa?
Oh yeah,
Okay. Okay, I was just curious.
Prager Port does a very nice port wine. BV does a very nice port wine. I don't know if they have any of the 2016 left,
Okay.
but very nice. There's a couple very nice port wines.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Because I had.
have you ever had a golden colored dessert wine? No.
Golden color.
Oh, you know what? It's the one the castle has. We had one.
The castle has a late
Wasn't it red
harvest
one?
Sauvignon Blanc.
They have it's called Gershman.
Gewürztraminer?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
That's not it.
No.
Okay, I'm like that's.
Come on, Castle
So
Girl.
Dolce, but some of them
Are y'all drunk?
field.
Are y'all drunk?
I'm like the cream. You're getting me.
Mother's gone wild.
Tariga Nacional.
Tariga
It's a type of grape, just like a Cabernet is, and a lot of ports have them in there, but it is a Portuguese grape, so you're still going to get that characteristic, but without the fortified alcohol.
Okay.
Like, give me some Dramamine.
Absolutely not.
I would take myself back.
The last one is a cab.
This is. Oh, I haven't tasted that one yet. I'm still working on the other one. The front. I'm enjoying the front.
Okay.
But how's that one? You tasted it yet?
I'm nervous. Like, you don't like cabs.
Yeah, exactly. Cabin slab right there.
Smell.
I don't smell
right there.
It's a
smell
petite
woody
stick.
a little bit.
Yeah.
It's kind of like bland. I don't really smell too much of wood, too much tobacco. I don't smell a whole lot of anything.
Actually.
Oh no, I smell, but it's
You smell?
that's a big body.
So you like the cab? Have you tried it?
I did. It's a big body. You need your steak.
What's in the front? I know I'm still behind here. Surely, I'm trying to catch up. Is this
I'm
has
eat
like a
mine with my
woodsy taste,
steak
but
and
what
my
comes in? Like, what are the notes that are in the front?
What are what?
Are there any notes of any kind of fruit in there, or is it just like
Oh,
more
there's
woodsy?
absolutely. There's
caviar.
going to be that absolutely like a stewed cherry, that deep plum, but there's French
What do you
onion
want?
as
Oh,
well.
yeah,
I can definitely smell
look, you
the
gotta-
power.
Spice, yeah.
And I'm gonna try that.
These are all the wines that we tasted today, and you can see that this estate is beautiful. Even when it's raining, they actually have horses, and you can do horseback riding. So she was explaining that they are rated number one for trails in Napa Valley. Due to the weather, we only had the tasting room experience, which was still good. They do have caves here. I would have liked to explore the estate a little bit more, but you can't do anything when it's rainy outside. But in general, we tend to do like a private tasting or tour, and I suggest that if you go to any winery or tasting room, just get a little bit of an understanding of how the wine is made, so you can understand what you like and what you don't like a little bit more. Even what yours say?
Oh, now y'all say something different?
Yeah.
Nah, baby sweet.
That's what she did. Keela was like, let me see if your mom.
Very good, Crystal.
Mine.
I love
On
it.
the phone with Kendra. She's
This the old me.
don't call me
Crystal.
no more. Yeah, but I didn't get this.
This
update.
the old me.
I didn't get the update though.
I'm not like this no more.
I didn't get the update.
I'm like,
what's the problem?
it's not a birthday celebration with Sha if there's not personal t-shirts. So we just chill after this. We made our slushies and just had a good time. Do me a favor, like this video and share, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.